All right, before we move on to our next topic, I just want to let you all know that our next segment is brought to us by our sponsor at BetterHelp. Sometimes we all need the opportunity to get something off our chest, big or small. Certain things can really start to get to you. It's important to let that out, especially to someone who's unbiased in your life. So today I want to say how I really feel about something. You might even be thinking about the same thing this week. Therapy can be different for everyone. Most of us have bigger problems than our favorite sports team, and it's important to get things off your chest every once in a while. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designated to be flexible and suitable to your schedule. Visit BetterHelp.com/lockedon to get 10% off your first months. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lockedon.
All right, so Jhonkensy Noel, who was struggling with his name the other day? Oh, Mike. Jhonkensy.
Jhonkensy. That's what he kept calling.
Jhonkensy.
Jhonkensy.
Somebody said to me, who said this the other day, that if the Guardians decide to send him down, they should send him to the Browns instead to play defensive line.
Yeah, he's kind of big.
Boy.
Hey, he's a big dude. But he be swinging and missing.
Yeah. So he is. My early impression of him is he's Franmil Reyes.
Right.
When he gets a hold of it, it's going to go.
Yeah.
He hits the ball a long way. But he swings at some terrible pitches.
Yeah. When he came up the other day, I think it was in his debut, when he came up with an opportunity to tighten the game, boy, he swung he swung at some pitches. I was like, you couldn't. That was a predetermined swing.
Well, last night, I don't know how many people were watching
I'm swinging no matter what he threw.
At the end of the game last night, they were down 6-2 in the ninth.
Yeah.
Because in the ninth, he swung at 2 pitches in a row that bounced. And by the way, he swung at a pitch. I can't remember if this was in the ninth or earlier. Jhonkensy swung at a pitch that bounced. Then it hit his bat for a foul ball and went into the crowd.
When you got
after it bounced in front of the plate,
I said, "Bro, you so far out in front. That gotta be predetermined. Like, oh, listen, he throw this next one.
Yeah,
he can't be looking.
Okay,
like,
what he throw?
Like,
the pitch he struck out on was like 8 feet off the plate. And
so
once you get a reputation at I'll chase anything.
Oh, you're not
going to throw him a strike.
Listen, he gonna see everything outside,
right?
Breaking pitches out, sliders.
It's his old fault. He's already sent 2 of them out of here.
He's hit 2 homers.
So
he's been up to the plate. I think 14 times.
He hit the ground.
So he's been up to the plate 14 times. He has 3 hits, a double and 2 homers, and he has 7 strikeouts. So he struck out half the time. Did walk once, but he struck out half the time. So he's going to be a feast or famine guy. I can live with that, though. If I don't
at the bottom of the lineup,
I can live with that. They have a lot of guys that get on base and run the bases. I'm okay. Listen, I don't know what guy. If he's a good guy in the locker room and the guy, I got no problem with it. If I can, I would carve out some pretty regular at bats right now for him. I don't have a better option. Let's go. I want to see him play. Do
you like him? Do you like him more than you liked Oscar Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They be bringing.
Is he still with the Yankees?
I think he's in their minor league system. I can't remember.
The fact that Schneeman, they brought him out of nowhere. I never heard of him. Yeah. This guy I never heard of.
I've heard of these guys. They're both decent prospects, not top prospects.
But just the fact that they not top prospects and they getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
I find it kind of funny.
They're calling guys up, giving guys opportunity. That's good.
Is he more impressive in the majors than Kyle Manzardo has been?
I guess so. He's hit 2 home runs already.
That's the only difference.
I think Kyle Manzardo long term, I like his swing better, and I think he has a better chance to be a higher level player. Mm-hmm. But you never know. It's only 14 trips to the plate. I'm not going to judge a guy that too much.
How many did Manzardo get before they?
More than that.
Oh, he played about a month.
No, but I'm saying
yeah.
He's swinging at some crazy.
No, pitches. I ain't talking like
you
that.
You can't get away with that. But I'm not going to say that's all he does. Because I didn't watch him play in the minors. I heard about him and I read about him, but I never saw him play. So I don't, you got to have some discipline in your swing, some. But if the guy can hit with the power he has, I'm going to give an opportunity.
You think
because he gets a hold of one in a big spot, he's going to knock it out. Now, If he swings at everything off the plate, then eventually he's going to get nothing good to hit.
Do you think we'll see DeLauder?
Probably. I don't think so.
You think they
because he was hurt for a while, so he's kind of set back. I think they got enough guys. I mean, I'd still trade for a veteran hitter. I'm still hoping they'll trade for 2 pitchers and a hitter. Maybe I'm crazy to believe that, but
dang, you want 2 pitchers and a hitter?
Hey, I learned from you, man. Operation Stockpile. Let's go.
Hey, listen, I like that.
I want the Guardians to win the World Series. Nothing less.
They can.
I'm all in, baby. I want to see a Cubs suck. Let's see a Cubs-Guardians trade. Get Cody Bellinger. Get Jameson Taillon. Let's go.
You know what I realized, and this is crazy.
Yeah.
It hit me about a week ago. Due to the nature of baseball and like who the Guardians like have,
yeah,
the Guardians are always going to be more favorites to win the championship over the Cavs. Always,
unless LeBron's here.
Unless LeBron,
yeah.
And the reason is they still got Quan, so they have Quan Ramirez.
Now, but they could lose those guys at some point.
They got. But the nature of baseball is like this year. They got a new manager. They got new players. They bringing guys up. Don't even have that great starting pitching, but they got one of the best records in the league.
Yeah.
So by default, it's less. It's easier to win a World Series for the Guardians than it is for NBA.
It's easier because of the randomness.
Yes, the randomness, right?
That in baseball, if you make the playoffs, you got a legit shot to win the World Series. In the NBA, that's not the case.
In the NBA, 7 games is just 7 games. You gonna have that's gonna come out.
The better team wins more often in the NBA.
Yes. So in
baseball, there's less of a and there's less of a gap between the quality of the teams and it's not like pile up the most superstars. And that's why I'm not saying the Guardians have to have a $200 million payroll. I'm just saying allow the front office to add a good starting pitcher, an innings eating starting pitcher, and a good hitter. I'm not looking for a million superstars.
When they traded for, was it Miller?
Andrew Miller, yeah.
Was he a lot of money? Did it cost a lot of money?
Not crazy, no. It was like, I think he was making, now again, that was at this point almost 10 years ago, so the money was different, but he was making, I want to say, I don't think he was making more than like $8-10 million.
But the owner had to dish out some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had
so there is a willingness to do it.
Yes, absolutely. It's been since COVID that there's been a lack of willingness to really significantly increase the payroll.
They trying to get back.
I've never seen a relief pitcher dominate.
That was crazy.
That whole strategy of I got this relief pitcher and he gonna be the man, and like he's gonna come in and pitch back-to-back days and then give me like 5 innings, until we can get to the closer. Like I haven't seen that since.
Andrew Miller,
he went back-to-back days.
Andrew Miller and Aroldis Chapman have both never been the same since then.
Right.
I mean, Miller's out now.
Yeah, he's done.
He's gone.
Chapman's
near the end of the road.
They pitched back-to-back days.
Man, Tito was in playoffs.
Of course they pitched back-to-back in the regular season closers. What are you talking about? But they were pitching multiple
innings.
Like that's what I'm talking about.
Tito Cabby coming in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Andrew Miller's getting up. You like it's the 5th inning, Tito.
Yeah.
We want 5 through 8.
I think in the World Series, Kluber, Andrew Miller, and Cody Allen pitched almost every inning. Do we got to put Josh Tomlin in for 2 innings here?
That was the real.
Are we really putting Ryan Merritt on the mound?
That was the real core 4.
Oh my God! Yeah, right.
Run that back.
All right, from the Cavs to the Guardians to the Browns. We haven't talked about the Brownies in a while.
We talk Guardians, man. They in first place.
Love it.
Yeah, we don't even.